Well, before the interview, I went to the YouTube members section for Vlad TV.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the thousands of members, by the way.
I'm one member.
You're a member?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. And we have a forum where we post all of our, full interviews, as well as, sometimes I'll post questions or make comments or whatever else. And I said, what should I ask John Salley in our next interview? And one of the members, Madlink1, said, have him talk about the story he said on Celebrity Ghost Stories. I did not know this existed until earlier today.
You're not a fan. Your audience is.
Yes. Shout out to my audience. So you were on Celebrity Ghost Stories telling about a fairly serious situation.
Deadly almost.
Yes. Yeah. How long ago was this? Because you look kind of younger back then.
1987.
What? This was from 87.
Yeah, 1987. 1987 when it happened. I did the Ghost Stories in 2000 and something. But it happened in 1987.
So this is like a 20-year-old video, essentially.
Well, it happened
the Ghost Stories episode is about 20 years old.
34 years old.
Well, you said it happened in the 2000s.
No, the video, the ghost story that I told, but the incident happened in 1987.
So the story that you told is on the show was around 20 years ago.
Yeah. 20, maybe less, maybe more.
Okay,
maybe less.
Are you still standing by the story,
dude? I'm telling you.
So can you go ahead and tell the story?
All right. So the story in the Ghost Stories is I'm in Atlanta. It's the summer. It's the summer after I go pro, and I come home to Atlanta. I can't wait to get back. And I mean, it's the best summer of my life. I always think, besides when my daughters were born. But I go to Magic City. I'm going to finally say the place because I couldn't say it then. I said a club, but I'm in Magic City. And I usually don't sit down in Magic City. And if you come into Magic City, the VIP, it was right here. It was glass. And then the stage went like this. And I for some reason, was sitting down. And me and my boy Michael and Bobby Brown, we're in VIP first. And then Bobby comes in. And Bobby was big man. He was little.
Yeah, my prerogative.
He had this thing. So we, whatever, bullshit with Bobby, but it's getting too crowded. So I get out of VIP. With somebody else in VIP. And Bobby was trying to get to Bobby, and Bobby guys were like, no, and I guess they pushed him or smacked him or did something. He said, all right. He goes out to his car. He come back in. They start shooting at the front because that's where the VIP is. So everybody's ducking, and right here is the exit. And I see it, and Michael goes, we got to get up, and that's the exit door. And I take off to run, and as I'm running, I literally fall like somebody in a horror film. And I'm trying to get up. And then all of a sudden I think it's security. They pick me up. And I feel them pick me up so I can run. And as I'm going through, they bust out the door. And as I'm running down, my car is parked there. I wouldn't valet it. I parked in front of valet. I run out and I turn around, and it was my boy Lloyd, who had been murdered in 1984. And I turned and I looked at him and I said, Lloyd? And he was like, get out of here. And he closed the door. And I looked at Michael. I was like, that was Lloyd. He was like, run, Sal, run, keep your head down. And I just kept looking at the door, and I run and I get in the car, and I'm telling Mike as I'm trying to pull off, yo, that was Lloyd. Lloyd just, what are you talking about? I was like, that was Lloyd Harrison that just helped me out of the club. I was falling. He said, you wasn't falling. I said, dude, I was falling, and the guy that lifted me up to help me out the door, Michael was already ahead of me. He said, I ain't see anybody. He said, I just saw you come out the door, stop, and turn around and look at the door. That's like, what are you doing? He didn't see it. And I was like, I think it was my last time. Well, I went to Magic City some more. I'm about to lie for no reason. I just stayed closer to the door. But I never forgot that. I remember Mike turning around and going, Sal, what are you doing? Stop, come on. And I stopped and said, that was Lloyd. And he was like, what are you talking about? Like he never saw me falling. And I didn't smoke, drink. I didn't do any kind of drugs, nothing. I just, to this day, just like women. And I never forgot it. And it was as clear as day. I'm telling you, I've gone back to Magic City. I have not seen a security guard by that door. I haven't seen any of that stuff. And people thought I was joking. Well, I wasn't drunk. I don't drink. If you ask me right now, like the hair on my arm stand up, I still feel it.
Hmm.
It was as real to me as possible.
Hey, that's your story. You're sticking
That's
to it.
my story, and it's the truth.